for a lot of pain and trouble because Sampson here has decided to take on any one of you guys because we've been down the road before. Zip, zap, zoom, it doesn't matter. Sampson will take on, he will conquer because billion-dollar rules.
And there you saw it, Mario. A recap of how the billion-dollar babies won the titles from TD and GQ Madison, a kind of a handicap match.
Well, I tell you, these managers are really starting to get out of hand here in the IWCCW, and something really has to be done. We've had two major injuries in just several weeks here. One is the GQ Madison with the golf club. The other one is the hanging by Tony Atlas and the Boston Bad Boy. Has to be corrected.
Wrestling fans will be right back right after this.
Hello, wrestling fans, it's the Zapper. And if you want to see the Zapper, the Zipper, or the Zoomer, come to your camera and zip, zap, zoom you. Watch this.
If you what a matchup we have this week for you, International World Class Championship Wrestling. We have 1/3 of the Equalizer, Zap, and 1/2 of the billion-dollar baby, Sampson, in the ring at this time for a matchup. What a matchup it's going to be.
Well, I tell you, this is going to be a funny match because we're going to have to see who the audience is going to favor here because you have two of...
Look at this. Good,
yeah, nice move.
Good hip toss by Zap, 1/3 of the Equalizer. Look at this. Manager around rings with the golf club, no less.
Yes,
with the golf
let me
club.
tell you something. I am so much against that golf club. You know my feelings. I think I just said it a few minutes earlier. We've had two major injuries here in the International World Class Championship Wrestling, and one we're still waiting to find out the report on, and that is of Ivan Putski, just how serious he is hurt on the hanging that took place, and I'm going to say lynching that took place by Tony Rumble and Tony Atlas.
It was a despicable act by the both of them, and they should be fined by International World Class Championship
Championship more than
Wrestling.
fine. I don't think fine is going to handle it. When you have money, a fine means nothing. But when you are suspended or maybe just completely thrown out, that means a heck of a lot.
Side headlock right now, and over goes Sampson down to the mat. Referee getting right in there in case there's a pinning predicament. Reversal right now into a scissor lock.
Nice
look at
move
this.
by Zap.
He's down, count of 2 only.
Notice the crowd is very quiet here because, again, at this point, they have no favorite here.
They're feeling out. I feel that these two wrestlers are feeling each other out because they are very good tag team wrestlers, and what a way to feel each other out in a single matchup. Oh, what's happening here?
He's chasing Casey around the ring. Understand something, I think what you just did is put the cart before the horse. In reality, before these guys could even become or consider becoming tag team wrestlers, they both had to be very good individual wrestlers. You cannot be a good tag team wrestler without first being a great individual wrestler because there's so much more timing involved. There's so much more experience involved, and you have to have the experience in order to... Look,
Mario, take a look at that right now. Kevin the Truth Casey choking Zap on the middle rope right now. The referee was distracted by Zap. You can't do that, not in this kind of a matchup. This is a very important matchup for both of these men. This is, as I said, I feel a feeling out match. Right now, Zap is in a predicament, count of 2 only. He kicks out at a count of 2.
Well, you see, it's not just a match between Zap and the billion-dollar baby. What happens here if Zap should pin the billion-dollar baby?
Flip Mario. He's trying to get him over. He pulls it, lights referee in position, count of 1, count of 2.
Yeah,
only a count of 2.
Let me tell you something. No one here is going to be a good guy. There'll be every rule you could possibly think of broken in this match. But let me say this very quickly, what I started to say. If Zap, in any way, can pin or beat the billion-dollar baby, that means him and Zap would become a very eligible competition for the title match.
Right now, this match is very even for both men, but the advantage has to go to the billion-dollar babies for Kevin the Truth Casey around ringside. So far, he has distracted. He has distracted Zap on a countless number of times during the matchup. Right now, Zap has his hand up, ready for a test of strength.
It seems like the audience is kind of liking Zap here a little bit. I think he's kind of winning him over.
Right now, both wrestlers a little weary for this test of strength right now. As you said, the fans around ringside, they are favoring Zap in this matchup. And that's going to be Zap's, encouragement during the matchup. That's going to be his corner man, his manager in the ring. It's the fans right now.
Well, I tell you, you have two equally
matched opponents, right?
Opponents here right now. I mean, size, weight, everything here, and both have the same thing in mind. What happens here on the $1 Billion Baby's part, if he beats ZAP, that's one less team he'll have to contend with. He just pushes them out of the way. At that point, he doesn't have to give them a title match any longer. It's up to the $1 Billion Babies whether they want to wrestle him or not. But if ZAP beats the $1 Billion Baby, they can demand a title match. There's a big difference, and there's a lot at stake, even in this individual competition.
Take a look at that, Mario. 2 times before, the $1 Billion Baby kicked ZAP in the midsection, went for the 3rd time, and ZAP, he caught the foot right before him in the midsection. And right now, Sampson hopping around on one foot, not knowing where to go. Up, it looks like an atomic drop right on the spine, and I tell you, that is going to wrench the spine.
That was a little humiliating there. You know, look at him. He's
right hands to the side of the head, and there he goes. He fails outside the ring. ZAP going out right after him. Bad move by ZAP. He should stay in the ring, maybe get a count out if they're both outside the ring.
He's got to watch Casey. He's got to watch Casey.
Both men right now exchanging blows on the arena floor, and back in the ring goes Sampson. ZAP right back in the ring after him. Elbow to the back of the neck. Once again, a forearm to the back of the neck. ZAP off the ropes. A good reversal by ZAP. Off comes Sampson. Big back body drop, and down goes Sampson to the mat.
Right now, ZAP is in total control here. You really have to give everything to ZAP.
Did you hear that right hand, Mario?
Wicked
Did you hear that right hand?
I told you earlier, there's going to be no holds barred here. No one here is a person who's going to obey the referee or the rules. You have 2 of the best-known rule breakers in the IWCCW, so they're going to break
down for a pin goes ZAP. 1, 2,
whoa,
but
that
no.
was close.
He kicks out at a count of 2. Sampson right now. Wait a minute, what's this small package? We got a count of 1, count of 2, but no.
That was a good move by the Baby. You see the way he grabbed that leg, hooked it right back, and rolled him right back over. That was a very smart wrestling move on the part of the $1 Billion Baby.
See Kevin the Truth Casey outside the ring saying, no, 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 come on, kick out, kick out. I tell you, this match is an awesome match. It is a very good match this week in International World Class Championship Wrestling. They lock up once again to ZAP. Big knee to the midsection.
ZAP smacks Sampson again. I mean, he just keeps smacking him.
Wrestling fans, we have to take a break. We'll be right back right after this. International World Class Championship Wrestling. Right now, ZAP and Sampson exchanging blows. A pretty even matchup this week.
Well, I tell you, again, this is very equal, and it's very, very hard even to pick not only a favorite, but a winner. I mean, this is really a tough one. I could
good
not actually
by
pick
ZAP and down with the elbow, Mario.
It's been a good nip and
1, 2, no.
Here.
He kicks out
Didn't cover him well.
Goes
He didn't cover him well, Tim. He really didn't cover him well. And again, inexperience takes over. Here, if you would have been with the big guys, they would have hooked that leg. They would have covered him like there's no tomorrow.
Big suplex by Sampson right there on ZAP, and he is down, and he goes for the cover this time. A count of 1, a count of 2, and he kicks out at the count of 2.5. Referee saying no, it's only a count of 2. Sampson on top. He kicks out once again at a count of 2. I'll tell you, Sampson, two pinners right there, good lefts and rights to the side of the head of ZAP right now. What a matchup on International World Class Championship Wrestling. And there he is. You saw him walking across the ring. Was Kevin the Truth Casey. Big body slam on ZAP, and down goes Sampson. Wait, what's
He's
this?
going to climb the ropes.
Wait a minute. He's climbing. He's all the way up. He's on the third. He's on the 3rd rope and a big splash. And down.
The leg.
Wait, 1, 2.
No.
Wait, no.
No.
What was that?
What happened? Oh,
wait a minute.
Grabs the rope.
Good wrestling.
The rope.
Good wrestling thinking right there.
Definitely.
He was right near the ropes. He knew it was his out to grab the rope. The count was going to be broken if the rope was grabbed. A good belly-to-back suplex. And both men a little worse for wear on that suplex right now. I feel whoever the first man to get up is the man that didn't take much of the blow. And right now, both men back up to the knees, but Sampson from the $1 Billion Babies is back on both legs, both feet right now. Taking a few shots to the midsection, rake of the eye. Big chop to the chest.
I've watched both of these. I've watched both of these too. Actually, I was in the Bahamas on this last trip that we had taken out there for Glenn Lowe Promotions out there, and I watched both of these in individual action, and they did well.
A good backbreaker by ZAP on Sampson right now. He should be going for the cover, but no, he decides to dish out more punishment on Sampson right now.
This is, again, I mean, Go for the win. You could do whatever you want after you win the match. Go for the win.
That's where all the money is. That's where the
like
part
what
of the
he just did, he
purse is.
jumped on his stomach. Look at the body on Sampson. You didn't really think that hurt him that much.
Right now, both men back up to their feet. What's
Well,
this?
there, look,
Wait a
it
minute. He
shows
pulled
you.
the tights, and outside the ring he goes.
Well, he gave himself some time there. He got rid of it. Look at the manager.
Look at that. Manager Kevin the Truth Casey with that golf club.
Well, he didn't use the golf club. He didn't use the golf club, and boy, that's something that really has to be looked at. I mean, that is a dangerous weapon.
Right now, Sampson outside the ring on ZAP. Changing blows right now outside the
Boy,
ring.
some
Good right
wicked
hand.
shots here. Back.
Good right
Boy.
hand by both men. Back in the ring goes Sampson.
Well,
ZAP better watch
is
it. He better watch the count.
Well, Zap better watch Casey. That was a good move on his part to get back in the ring. When he's outside that ring, it's not 1 against 1. It's 2 against 1. You have entered the grounds of the manager.
Good maneuver by ZAP right now on Sampson. And I tell you, he's hurting that neck. He's working on that neck and shoulder area of Sampson.
Well, Sampson here right now looks like he's in a little bit of trouble, but again, he has the advantage only because he has the manager outside the ring.
Right now in the corner, we have ZAP climbing the turnbuckle. Now, see, he's getting the fan approval. If you're going to do something, do it. If you're not going to do it, move on. Go to your next part of your game plan. Don't get the fan approval. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't, don't. Fans around ringside counting. We're up to 6, 7 good shots to the side of the head, 8 shots to the side of the head. Irish whip out of the corner. And the other turnbuckle goes Sampson. And a big boot to the face of ZAP. And a good neck breaker. And ZAP is down on the canvas. Sampson should be going over there for the count, and he does. Count of 1, count of 2. But ZAP, he knew right where he was. Put his foot right on the rope to break the count. Sampson whipping. Good reversal. ZAP off the rope. He comes up. Big slam. Wait a minute. Oh, did you see that, Mario? A big power slam over for a count of 1, a count of 2. But look at that. Kevin the Truth Casey comes in the ring. Elbow drop on the back of ZAP's neck. There. Wait a minute. Referee's called for the bell. Look at that golf club. Look at the golf club. And in the ring, who is that? Is that?
That's Zoom. That's Zoom. And excuse me for not being here. I was with Howard Rapp, president of International World Class Championship Wrestling, and trying to find out the condition of Ivan Putski.
We got a replay here, Mario.
Yes, I know, Tim, but first let me clear this up. I just spoke to Howard Rapp. Ivan Putski's very serious condition. Now look at that back throw by ZAP, and he goes for the cover. Here comes Casey with the elbow. Right there, this match was disqualified. Good call by referee Scott Dickinson. 2 against 1 doesn't work, but there's that golf club. Here's your winner. He gives the match to ZAP. Again, the condition of Ivan Putski, not too favorable. We'll try to give you more of an update as soon as we get some information on Ivan Putski. Stay tuned.
This is Kevin the Truth Casey for the $1 Billion Babies. If you'd like us to grace your hometown, stay tuned for these important messages.